Hello friends, this is Dr. Jyoti Saxena and I welcome you to my channel Biotechmedici. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, that is biopatent. This topic is very important for different competitive exams, for example NEET. So let's see what is biopatent. Bio means living, so that means the patent which are given to any living organism, for example anything related to biology, biotechnology or agriculture, that is known as biopatent or biological patent. So it's a legal right which is granted for an invention. The inventor owns. So let's see what is biopatent. Bio means living, so that means the patents which are granted for the living organisms or the inventions related to biology, biotechnology or agriculture, they come under it. So they are known as biopatent. And this is a legal right which is granted for the invention. That means the owner or the inventor, he gets all the rights, all the legal rights for this particular invention, and it gives the inventor exclusive rights to use it in any way that person wants to, and it can be produced if it's a biotechnological product or any drug, or it can be sold also. So this invention can be sold also. So all these rights are given to once the biopatent is granted. And this patent is generally for the 20 years, and after the 20 years it is the person doesn't have any more rights on this particular invention. So it is for the period of 20 years, which is a long period. And here you can see the DNA, once it is patented, it is logged. That means no one else can use this information. Now let's see the brief history. 1980 case is considered as the landmark case or the historical case. This is in between Diamond and Chakravarti. Dr. Anand Chakravarti is a USA based scientist who invented, or you can't say invented, but it was genetically modified organism, Pseudomonas putida. That was oil cleaning bacterium. It was called as Superbug, and Dr. Anand Chakravarti wanted the patent for it. And Sidney Diamond was his full name, and he was the commissioner of patent in USA Patent Office, and he declined the patent. He said that this is a living organism and living organism cannot be patented. So then Dr. Anand Chakravarti went to the court, and in lower court the decision was in his favor. Then Sidney Diamond challenged this one, and they went to Supreme Court, and after long discussions Supreme Court gave this judgment that anything under the sun which is man-made, that can be patented. So they granted the patent on the ground that this was not the natural microorganism, it was genetically modified one. So this was the first case when a microorganism was given the patent. Then in 1988, another landmark case was the Harvard oncomouse. So this was not a microorganism, this was a genetically engineered mice. That means it was animal. And this one was very susceptible for the cancer research, so it was used as the research model. So 1988 case was the first one in which the animal was patented. And then in between 1990s to 2000, the boom came in biotech patents and in patents related to genes. Many companies they started, and scientists they started getting the patents. Then in 2013, Myriad Genetics, which is a company and biotech company, and they got the patent for BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes, and these genes are related to breast cancer and ovarian cancer. So because of this patent, what they did, they started the diagnostic tests, and they were because they had the patent, so they were costing it to very high. So then it was challenged in the court, and the court said that because the genes are the human genes and these are the natural genes, so that cannot be patented. So that's how this patent was revoked. And then many other companies also started making the diagnostic tests, and then it became cheap. So now the genes, natural human genes, they cannot be patented. But of course the cDNA can be patented. So that was a big shift. That's why this is also known as the historical case. Now let's see what can be patented. So as we just discussed, that cDNA sequences can be patented because cDNA is not the naturally occurring DNA in the human beings or animals. It is synthetically formed, so that can be patented. Similarly, the recombinant proteins can be patented, but not the natural ones. So if the modification has been done or the recombinant protein is there, then it can be patented. And genetically engineered microorganisms can be patented. We saw that in Dr. Anand Chakravarty's case. And biotechnological products like vaccines, drugs, insulin, all these can be patented. Like insulin is a very good example of recombinant biotechnological product. So this was initially the patent was given to Genentech company, and Eli Lilly company then produced it in large scale on commercial scale. And then after 20 years, after the period was completed, then many other companies started making the biosimilars. So nowadays many biosimilars are available. Then genetically modified organisms are also patented, but not the normal animals or plants. They cannot be patented, but if it is genetically modified, then yes. And similarly, the processes like gene editing methods, for example, the CRISPR technology and different type of diagnostic tests, they can also be patented. So these are the things that can be patented. But there are many things, many areas where the patent is not possible. So let's see what are these. See, any naturally occurring organism, whether it is naturally occurring genes or the any plant, animal, those cannot be patented. And natural forest or wild plants, they also cannot be patented. Maybe they have lots of medicinal values and all that, but still they cannot be patented. And the traditional knowledge also cannot be patented, because this traditional knowledge is the part of the culture of any country. It is coming from generation to generation. It is there since antiquity. So that cannot be patented. So this is something very important, that traditional knowledge also cannot be patented, but sometimes, it leads to biopiracy. So we'll talk about that in another video. Now, the question is, why do we need biopatents? Why it is important that we should have patent on a particular product? See, it encourages massive R&D investments. And why that is important? Because, for making any biotechnological product or any drug or any vaccine, a huge amount of money is required. And this money is in billions of dollars. So that much money is generally invested by different type of companies, biotechnological companies. And if the patent is given and they feel that they are secure, the copying is not possible, then only they'll be ready for giving this or investing the large amount of money into the research. So 20 years period they get for this under this patent, and that is enough for them to get the return. So that, you can say lots of R&D investments are possible only because the biopatent has already been given. And of course, these 2 points are related to each other, that if the more investments are there, then more researches and more innovations will be there. And similarly, it will lead to new treatments, new type of transgenic crops, better diagnostics. So different fields will be benefited because of this. And of course, the protection of intellectual property right, because under the patent the rights are reserved, and copying is not possible, the theft is not possible, and if it happens, then you can go to the court. So people or the company, scientist, everyone feels secure. And it provides rewards to scientists and company, because scientists can also get the patent. So if they want, they can sell it to different companies. And also for their career advancement, these patents are important. And they also get the credit because of this biopatents. So, and as far as the companies are concerned, they invest the money, and then after that they produce the product at large scale, and they get back the money. So scientists as well as companies, everyone is benefited. Now the dark side, whenever there is an invention, there may be pros and the cons. So we saw there are many benefits of biopatent, but at the same time there is a dark side to it as well. So high prices for the medicines or the tests, when a company is owning the patent, so it's up to them what price they want to fix. And because they have invested lots of money into the researches and towards the commercial production of the product, so they want to get back lots of money. So that's why the prices of medicines and the tests are very high most of the time, and which is not very good, because then for common people and in developing countries it becomes unaffordable. But that is there. Then ethical problems are there. Many people criticize this, that they say that anything which is living, whether it is genetically modified or not, it should not be patented, and it should not be used as the owner wants to use it. So this ethical problem is always there. And then exploitation of developing countries is there. In developing countries, mostly these, because of the high prices of medicine, people are devoid of that medicine, and because they cannot afford it, and the inequality of the treatment is there. Some people, because they have money, so they get the treatment, and the others, they are not getting the treatment. So in developing countries, these kind of problems are there. So exploitation is there, and many times after 20 years of biopatent also, they do not get the biosimilars, or the companies based in those developing countries are not able to form the biosimilars, which are quite cheap as compared to the brand medicines. And patent thickets also limit the researches. So what is that? Actually, patent is not something like you get only, so there is a product and just one patent is granted to this, and that one patent is given to one person, one company. It's not like that. There are many patents which are on the related aspect of that particular research or that particular invention. It's like there's a machine and every part of it is owned by someone else. So different people have got different type of patents for that one particular machine. So you can't say that one person is having the ownership. So because of that, the researches are most of the time hampered or limited. And then there is biopiracy problem also, because biopiracy is something which is unauthorized use of the knowledge or unauthorized use of the product. So in this case, the companies, they apply for the patent, they get the patent, and they use it, and lots of money they earn from this. And the original country or the community, they don't get the benefit out of it. So this biopiracy problem is there. Now let's see the global picture, and also in India what is happening. See, if you see USA, they are more liberal on biotechnological patents, so it's quite easy compared to the other countries. It is easier to get the patent in USA. As far as Europe is concerned, they are strict morality clauses. So on the morality grounds, generally they don't give the patents. So they are a little strict. So as far as India is concerned, we are strict on certain aspects. For example, we are strict on genes, we are strict on traditional knowledge, because lots of indigenous knowledge is there, and we are, protective about this traditional knowledge, and also on the evergreening. Evergreening is the term which is used about the tactics of the companies. They, what they want to do, they want to extend the period of the patent. So they do a little modification here and there, and they get the patent. So that kind of tactics, if they are there, so we are strict on that. And India protects the traditional knowledge via TKDL. So we always try to keep the traditional knowledge with us. So what is the key takeaway? See, biopatents are very important to protect the inventions, because then the scientist and the company feel secure and they can go for the commercialization of the product. They are safe. They safely use the product the way they want, but it can lead to monopolies. There is lots of monopolies seen these days of biotech companies and or the pharmaceutical companies, and the misuse is also possible. So we have to be careful about the misuses. But otherwise, biopatents are quite good. So thank you so much.